place. Others, Amosu's political relevance, validity have expired, APC spokesman. These stories are on the front page of the Punch newspaper. Next is a nation. And the nation says IG raises alarm over plot to attack public facilities. VCO abducted in Abia. Gunmen invade school, kill teacher in Nasarawa. It is a story making the banner headlines on the front page of the Nation newspaper this morning. And above the masthead, kidnap kingpin Wadrume, others get 7 years jail term. Kogi, Edo, 3 others record 13 new Lassa fever cases. Southeast, South youth begin mobilization for Tinubu. Anger in APC over non-refund of nomination fees. These stories are on the front page of the Nation newspaper. The last but nevertheless is this day. And it's leading with this story. Wike's camp insists Ayu's ouster irreducible condition for peace. Police launch grand offensive against criminals nationwide. The stories are on the front page of this day. And about the masthead, NNPCCL debts to FG. State hit 1.055 trillion naira in 6 months. These are the stories, some of the stories we have for you on some of the front pages of our national day list this morning. As I have a regular guest in the house who will be analyzing some of these stories with us. Dr. Kanjus, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
I hope the code wasn't much.
Yeah, it's there. It's not much.
All right. Yes. Insecurity. FG raising alarm about plans to attack public facilities. Is the alarm enough?
The analogy that goes with that is like if you have security men you employ in your house, what we call megad. If the megad now starts shouting that they have come home, you will be wondering, why did I employ you there? It's the analogy that goes exactly with this. I don't think they should be shouting. They should do the needful. They're employed to be there. They're employed to do the job, to make sure that they decimate whatever powers they have. However, maybe shouting is to keep us on our toes so that we don't lose guard. That's with people. But for them, they should face their job seriously to the extent that they should make sure that they don't have effect. Telling us, like I said, maybe just to let us know that this is happening. They still have to do the job.
All right. The leadership newspaper puts it this way. It said, on watertight security directive, FG asks IGP, experts actually, ask IGP to go beyond empty orders.
Yes.
Empty orders. Does it mean that Nigerians no longer trust all this directive anymore?
Even the president, PMB, will give orders. It's not carried out. That's why I said that lethargy is one of the things that is causing problem in this country. You're supposed to punish violators. I superintend over a school, and even though I'm the chairman of the board, I make sure that any teacher that does not perform his or her duty is dealt with. I will go to the school on an unannounced day. If you come late, there is punishment for coming late. If you come late twice, your salary will be affected. We'll deduct 1 day, prorated salary. So they know all this. What I'm trying to say in essence is that if you don't punish, you will never get result. What makes law or rules is the sanction that goes with it. And once you don't use that sanction, you will not get any result. That's what is happening in this country.
All right, let's move to the economy now. The Daily Trust. It says 140 days after FG loses 3 billion naira on halted Kaduna-Abuja train service.
This is what I call contributory negligence or contributory causes of not having result. It's only in this country that we hear that citizenry will go and bomb rail tracks for whatever reason. I've never heard that anywhere. We want infrastructure we are building. Then some people, for whatever, I've been trying to excuse their action. I cannot put it anywhere. Why should you go and bomb the rail? We've spent a lot of money. We borrowed money to build this rail.
From China.
And yet some Nigerians, some people say they are from outside. I disagree. if there are not insider collaborators, nobody can come from outside to blow your rail line. So I think while we appeal to government to do the needful, we should appeal to our people too. We should stop destroying our country. I am very passionate about this country. That's why some people may construe me that maybe I'm for APC. I am for Nigeria. Whoever is in charge is not doing well, I'm going to fall out with you. That's why I'm blaming PMB for not doing the expected job. This country has come to stay, whether we like it or not. Except when the chips are down, then everybody will go to their tent, oh Israel. But for now, this is the only country we have.
All right, still on the front page of the Daily Trust. Let's look at the implication of this now. The rails that LG borrowed heavily to build is no longer functioning. And right now, if federal government is unable to repay the loan, what would be the likely implications?
It's a public loan.
Okay.
It's not private loan.
Okay.
Even those who lent us the money sees what is happening, But they should not wait for that. They should go back to them. That what we took money for, they are expected to be recouping.
Exactly.
And if it is not coming,
yes.
So I would have expected whoever at the helms of affairs on this to write China and state what is happening. That though it's our people, but this is what is causing delay. They will now reschedule the payment of the loan. That is, they elongate the period for it to be longer, so that what they pay will now be less. You cannot keep quiet, because those who lend you the money will have their money. Whether like they are not Father Christmas, they are not Santa Claus. So I think we should get back to them and let them know what's happening. But it's unfortunate that
when federal government actually, made public of its plan to borrow from China, a lot of people were skeptical that the Chinese are known for, acquiring, if you default in the payment of loan, they could acquire the property that belongs to you. Do you see that happening in this case?
They could, but if we move fast, they may not. That's not the cause of the government, it's the people. Though the people are also Nigerian, but if they move fast before China begins, like if I borrowed money from you now, I'm supposed to be paying back as agreed.
Yes, if it is agreed, then we don't know the conditions under which the loans
for whatever. That's what I'm saying. It's public borrowing for whatever condition. If you get back to them on time, what I'm trying to say is, if I'm supposed to be paying you, let's say every 3 months, if the next payment is near, and I get to you to give an explanation, even if you punish me, you will still realize that at least I showed concern. That's what I'm trying to say.
All right, still talking about the economy.
Sorry, let me quickly drop this in. And you remember that there is this war almost starting between US and China. China, you see that the Secretary of State of US is drawing Africa now. Do you know China has started doing that? In fact, because they may want us to join their free, you understand? And this loan, we can leverage on that. I'm just dropping that.
All right. The Nigerian Tribune is next, and we're still talking on the economy. FG borrows 19.3 trillion naira from CBN in 7 years.
That's domestic borrowing.
Yes. Now let's look at what these borrowed funds are being used for.
That is the problem. I've always said it. That we borrow is not the issue, but what are we using the money on? 1, 2. Why do we have to see borrowing as the first line charge? We have a lot of materials. We have a lot of resources we can tap from to generate revenue, so that even if we borrow, we'll borrow as the last resort, not as the first line charge. That is, the first thing to do is to think of borrowing. The good thing about this is that domestic borrowing, CBN, we can always repay. It's we now. We'll get to CBN and decide. We'll pay, not that we will not pay, but we'll decide the mode of payment.
All right. And still on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune, foreign carriers trapped funds. Nigeria hit $600 million. I may jump to $1 billion by December.
Yes, the trust fund is something we should not take lightly. And the way it's moving up, it shows that we are not properly managing our economy. We are losing almost in all fronts. No thanks to the managers of our economy. And the real issue has to do with the fiscal and monetary policy. The fiscal policy is not moving in tandem with the monetary policy. That's where we're having problems. They're supposed to move together. One should not be checkmating the other or working at cross purposes. The fiscal policy is superintended upon by the Minister of Finance. What is she doing? She's just distributing money. And the person that's supposed to pretend over monetary policy, CBN governor, he wants to be president. It's a shame. We are not doing the job they are meant to be doing.
All right. The blueprint has this. Terrorists in the Sahara as now bombards Kaduna, Niger. Isn't that the sharing news?
I don't sharing this, but I want to say something. You know, of recent, the government of Nigeria bought some cars for one country,
Yes,
Niger.
Niger.
They were building rail, building road, but they even lent them some money, 1.4 billion
Yes.
dollars or something.
Yeah, Nigeria is playing the big brother role in Africa.
No, there's something we do not know.
Okay.
Ever since we did those things, we realize that our military is supposed to now be on top of their games. Bombings is not happening. I think there's something that's not open to us. Honest, if you observe closely, there seems to be a change in the activities of our military personnel. I don't know. We will still try to study it more. Whether there is something there, you understand? There is not just for the Christmas thing. It's like they are bribing in quotes. Positive bribing this time.
Okay.
So that we will get results.
So
but we are still waiting
there is
to.
positive bribing.
There's when you bribe to get your child released, is it not something?
All right. Okay. The punch now. That Nigeria's $9 trillion oil revenue threatened. FG blames thefts. The federal government is always, playing the blame game.
What I don't like about that blame game is this. It didn't start today. It's been there. They've been stealing. It's only that they are feeling it the more. Now that the cost of crude oil is high, it's 100 and it be 100 plus now. We're expected to be gaining more. So we're supposed to sell more per quota. Even this body has given us more quota to sell abroad. We can now get more. But what I'm seeing is that those who are involved in this theft, does it not involve people in government, the soldiers, the navy? Are they not part of this rot? Is corruption not there? That's what I'm saying.
Now,
so they should not just tell us.
Some of the riders to the story, oil production crashes by over 28 million barrels, and government misses revenue target.
That's the mainstay of our economy. If something should be wrong with that, salaries will not be paid.
Okay.
Because even state government rather, are not acting up to expectation. They are not tapping from within. They depend on the handout coming from Abuja. And this handout comes from sales of crude oil. No. We have to move up fast. We have to act fast. We cannot continue like this.
Now, when the government was coming on board, one of the promises it made to Nigerians was the diversification of the economy.
Where is that?
What is happening now?
No, there's no diversification. That's why most of us are regretting that we voted not this government, the apex man, PMB. We thought he's going to act as a military man that will decimate everything. But the reverse seems to be the case. We cannot wait for him to go. The days are numbered. I'm not calling for impeachment, but the days are numbered. And I hope he will not work against his party that will come in. Because the way things are now, who will want to vote for the way things are happening? Except, of course, maybe things change with the little time we have left.
All right. Still on the front page of the Punch. Find Mapoli students killers at Abiodun Ada's place.
I pray they find that girl. Because I think they conducted a Miss Campus something. And she was traveling to even participate in one drama or theater or something before she was incarcerated on the way, raped and killed. They have to find, by the grace of God, they find those who did the dastardly acts.
Okay, our time is fast spent. Let's quickly touch this. Still on the front page of the Punch. Monkeypox spreads to 27 states. Cases now 172.
That's why I'm afraid of what is happening in our universities. If not for this strike, what stop our university from conducting research to find out vaccine that can deal with this pox? It's a shame that in a country like Nigeria, we have lots of professors, we have lots of serious deep doctors that can go deep to find out vaccine for this. We'll now be buying from abroad again. So I hope we put pay to this strike so that our lecturers, our professors can get working to find out vaccine to deal with this.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Nkanji, for making it to the
Anytime.
program this morning. This is where we'll be drawing the curtains on today's edition of Newspapers Today. I also want to say very thanks to my producer, Akinola Owolabi. Not forgetting our team viewers. Thank you for always being there. Keep enjoying the rains, the cold weather, and keep watching OSBC TV. My name is Oluchi Amunda. Enjoy the rest of our programs. Good morning.